Hi there, Rhonda without an H here with you today. I have a few things that I need to catch up on. I haven't been doing videos as much as I've been creating, so I apologize for that. This is a continuation of my journey in the Facebook group I'm in, my year 2017. It's Gina Aaron's group, and I will put the links to that below in the description. But if those of you who have been those of you who have been following my journey along with me, let's see, I think I left off at June, so we will pick up in we will pick up in July. Okay, so this is the end of June, this is July, and the theme was loved ones. And I have some of my background papers here are papers from letters that were written in my family history. Dear Mr. and Mrs. Pack. This was a letter that my dad wrote to my mother before they were married, to her folks. And I've got some artwork here. This is some of Mom's artwork. Just little tidbits. Whew, this is going to be rough. Okay, so it took me a while to do a July, and I'll tell you why. And that is because my beloved sister passed away July 1st. Maybe I'm trying to do this video too soon. I don't know. Sorry. Whew. And she is definitely a loved one. So the month of July was a little tough for me. We weren't expecting her to pass away, but she had diabetes and complications from that, and so she's in a much better place, and I'm very grateful for that. And she was loved, dearly, dearly loved by many, many people. Such an amazing woman, and I just hope I can be half the woman that she is and was. So I wrote about that and included her memorial service and a thank you note from family. And this is a picture of her when she was, we couldn't figure out, the best we came up with was between 2.5 and 3.5 years old. So adorable. I will tell you one thing that's really not fair, is that my sister, I'm the youngest, she's the oldest, there's 10 years difference between us, and she got the pictures, you know, with the photographer, the real photographer. I got an occasional snapshot. Very few pictures, but that's okay. That's kind of how it goes. You take pictures of the baby, you know, when you're having your first baby, but down the line, not so much. Okay, so I continued on this and put a pedigree chart from my family to show this is my dad's line and this is my mom's line. And here's a picture that you can't see, of course, because it's out of range, of my mom and dad. And so that was a fun thing to add. Definitely loved ones. So that's pretty much all I was able to do for July, but I feel good about that. I feel good about memorializing my wonderful sister, and putting in family pedigree chart. I doodled some little, toe painted flowers back in the day, when we always used to do that. Okay, turning over now. August, the theme was hot or cold. And I was just like, okay. There were a lot of ways that different people took it, and the artists gave lots of different great ideas of how to do that. So what I did was my own perspective on things that could be hot or cold. Like I put politics, opinions, weather, obviously that's a given, but loves, colors, creativity. There are definitely those times when you're just hot and wow, it's working. And then there's other times when you're just like, really? Muse, where did you go? Something? Anything? Hello? Hello? Clothes could be hot or cold. Food, interests, relationships. So this is kind of my cover page. And then what I did on my calendar for the month of July, which was kind of a fun thing, I have these little sticker dots, and they're puffy. If you push down, they're kind of glittery and puffy, and they just work perfectly. So the days that are done in the yellows and orange and reds, those were days when I was being really creative. So those are hot days. And then, as you can see, we have this going on here towards the end of August that's just like nothing. Not a creative bone in my body. So anyway. And then here I just did a fun, just a little play with paper with some hot colors. I did with watercolor first, and then I just cut out some of my jelly papers and dictionary papers that I had painted over, and just randomly stuck them down. Let's see. Get a little closer look so you can see that. Anyway, super fun. Oops. Back it out a little bit. So on the other page, I did the cool colors, greens and blues, and did kind of the same thing. Started with the watercolor papers and then added little jelly papers that I had previously done. Okay. Another part of hot, is it hot or is it cold? I have a tendency when I get too much sun to heat stroke, sunstroke. I can get very sick, nauseous, and it's not good. I didn't realize it could be really, really dangerous till a nurse friend of mine was chewing me out one day for being out in the sun watching a baseball game and almost passing out. But so I just did my little son, and I put here that I've always gotten sick when I've been in hot sunshine and high temperatures. I get nauseous and dizzy. So that's a reality for me. I know probably more people love the hot sun, and I like it, but it doesn't like me. And so I do much better with cooler temperatures. And then we went to the temple, a church thing that we like to do periodically. And I am using a little sticky note that was given to me in some Happy Mail from Gina Ahrens, this cute little feather, and just did some jotting of things. Now in August, okay, we'll cover up that first. Y'all know what's coming there, I know. Okay. Took a trip in August to my brother and sister-in-law's. We went for several days to view the eclipse, the total eclipse. And I'm telling you, guys, if you didn't get to see it, the total eclipse, oh my goodness, if you ever have the opportunity, do it in a heartbeat. I had no idea how cool it was. No idea. For those seconds or that minute or whatever it was so worthwhile. I mean, we're all hollering and screaming, and I mean, it was amazing. It was such a phenomenal thing to experience, and I'm sure that'll probably be the only one in my lifetime. So with that comes this page. My brother is, well, me too, our family, we are addicted to Grandma's cookies. This is a picture of my grandmother. Just a wonderful, wonderful, sweet woman. This is my daddy's mom. And she made the best food. And she was visiting our home one time, and we were looking for something. Mom was wanting something different, you know, some kind of a fun something to bake. And so Grandma, from memory, gave us the recipe that we wrote down and baked. And ever since, we just call them Grandma's cookies. No idea what the real name is, but it has been handed down. So that was one of my requirements for coming. I had to bring fudge and Grandma's cookies for my brother. And he kept mentioning, you know, don't forget the cookies, don't forget Grandma's cookies. And so that was an important part of this experience in August. And so I journaled about that, and then of course about the total eclipse. On our way back from this trip, we stopped in Butte, Montana, to look around. It's a fun place. They have an amazing antique downtown that's just, wow. It's fabulous. And so I picked up some flyers and put those in here. And as you see, I have empty pages. I have one page. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. Before, let's see, let me get it here now. All right, I told you, if you've been watching my videos, this, of course, is the cover for all of them. And I put it in Midori style so that these could be taken out. And I am ready to go with September right here. And this one, remember, I said I was not stitching, okay, if I could speak, I would say I wasn't putting this together. Yeah, I was stitching. Okay, stitching it together. I'm keeping the pages loose so that I can add more stitching, more mixed media stuff that I love to do. Okay, we're back on track. And this is some of the happy mail that I got from Gina Ahrens, and I'm going to, because I got that in September, I am going to journal that, and I watercolored the image. And the September theme is it all about you or is it all about me? So that's as far as I've gotten on that. Anyway, I will, I don't know, do some kind of artwork here to finish this out and then start on my September journal. But thank you guys for sharing this time with me. I appreciate it. Have a fabulous day. Bye now.